Good morning. Some good calls yesterday in some unexpected leagues. Let's take a look. Did lay the draw second half here. Why? Because Galatasaray had to score the next goal, but the young boys did have a goal disallowed first half. So if you laid the draw, it would have been a success. Young boys dominated, despite Galatasaray scoring 2 away from home. Mallorca and Sevilla, another good defensive display from Mallorca. I wouldn't have laid any late draw here, given what they did. I think it was against one of the Madrid sides, Real Madrid, kept them to a 1-1 with all of that ammo up front. Nice play. No Lewandowski today. He did get a goal, but it's disallowed. But a nice win. Hopefully he stayed in for the win. Third consecutive 2-1 win for Barcelona. And in the EFL Cup, I'm not sure I played too many there yesterday. But there was a couple of opportunities I did miss out on. Let's have a look. Well, we didn't see anything of Millwall's second half, did we? So I didn't follow up on that one. Obviously, not interested. That's the conclusion you take from that. Did lay Fulham. Very short odds lay. Unlikely to come about. But Birmingham looked as if they were up for the cup. Fulham looked as if they were lucky to be leading 0-2 based on the in-play stats. And a gentle reminder, Professional Development League, over 2.5 goals, generally speaking. DBF Pokal, 1.22, turning into 5-0. So yet again, if you wanted to play in the goals markets, the odds is one avenue. We did get the equaliser from Bari. This one I should have followed up on. Pisa Cittadella have been scoring single goals only recently. And I really should have taken on that Pisa lead late on because it was all Cittadella. This was very unexpected, this lead from Pisa. So should have followed up on that, should have laid Pisa. Salernitana, we got that as well. If you stayed in for the 3-2 win, well done. Newly relegated and obviously enjoying their time in Serie B. Serie B, surprisingly readable yesterday. Did enjoy that. On to today. And it's Champions League again today. Karabag, Dinamo Zagreb. Take your cues from the first legs. 0-3 to DZ. Karabag, I think, looking out of it. I think they lost at the weekend as well with this match in mind. Red Star against Bodo Glimt is a 1-2 from the first leg, so it's all to play for. Red Star Belgrade must ideally score first. Sparta Prague and Lille. 0-2 lead for Lille in the first leg. Sorry, Slavia Prague. Sparta played yesterday. So Slavia must score the first 2 goals. Slovan Bratislava 1-1 against Midtjylland. So it's all to play for. Conference League. Turkish side should be the favourite against St. Pat's. 0-0 from the first leg. So this is like the Galatasaray match. Want to target. Odds on favourite at home must score. Ghent against Partizan. 1-0 to Ghent from the first leg. So this is still open for Partizan if they can oblige. La Liga. Eminently readable yesterday. We're very early into the season. So there's very little I can add. But 1.62 Atletico Bilbao. Looking at their season so far. 2-1 loss to Barca. And a 1-1 draw with Getafe. So yet to win Atletico Bilbao. So is that a sign? 1.62 at home. Yet to win. Priced to win. Celta Vigo beat Valencia 3-1 and Barcelona beat Valencia. Note that both teams to score habit without winning for Valencia. Is that going to continue tonight? Valladolid against Leganes. 3-0 loss to Real for Valladolid. Kept a lid on Real Madrid for quite a while. All second half goals, I believe. 1-0 win against Espanyol. And unbeaten so far. Leganes 1-1 against Osasuna and a 2-1 win against Las Palmas, the Islanders. So a good start from these two, but tough to unpack. 2.25 the favourite. Real good signings for Atletico Madrid. Conor Gallagher and Julian Alvarez really setting out a marker there. 2-2 against Villarreal, followed up with a 3-0 win against Girona, which is mightily impressive considering what this lot did last season. Champions League bound Girona linked to Manchester City. So that is a very good result, all things considered. 2-1-0 defeats for Espanyol, suggesting they're keeping teams very quiet indeed, but not quite got the attacking flair to take advantage. So this should really be something for Atletico Madrid to follow up that impressive Girona win with another one this evening. Real Sociedad against Alaves. A 1-2 loss and a 1-0 win for Real Sociedad to date. And for Alaves, a 2-1 loss to Celta and a 0-0. So they're yet to win. Another tough match, this one. I think Alaves can keep Real Sociedad a little bit quieter. Working our way down. Austrian Cup. Did produce some plays yesterday, but I was a little hesitant in getting involved. But we did see the likes of Wattens, Swarovski, Tyrol, particularly impressive. So I will not immediately dismiss the Austrian Cup. Croatian Cup, probably a lot of lower tier stuff, so it won't get any interest from me at all. I can't recognise any of these teams at all. Czech One League, just Baník Ostrava, got us a nice over 1.5 goal play at the weekend. If you were at the live chat webinar, which I'd highly recommend you come to because we discuss new strategies as well, put them into the live environment. EFL Cup, tradable yesterday. Big guns today. Nottingham Forest, Newcastle United, Bournemouth, West Ham. A lot of Premier League outfits. Southampton, Wolves as well. So interesting set of fixtures there. Have to rely on the in-play stats for the Cup because some managers are just not up for it. Expecting an avalanche of goals from Bayer Leverkusen, probably 2 or 3 before half-time. If they put out a first 11, they should take Jenna to town. Italian Serie B was very readable yesterday, but the market suggests it's not as readable today. And Romanian Cup, got some familiar names. Dinamo Bucharest, Botasani, not going to be on my radar, I don't think. Turkish One League, well, Sakaryaspor, probably a little later in the season for these lower tier stuff. So a quieter evening today. I'm not sure I'll be around for the 8 o'clocks. Second legs, it's only a smattering of matches, about 5 of them from 8 o'clock onwards, which for me is a 2 a.m. start. This is a 2:30 a.m. start. But they are very readable matches later on in La Liga in Spain. So I hope you'll get a handle on them, particularly Atletico Madrid, who I expect to follow up on that impressive Girona win with a comfortable home win. Espanyol will be set out defensively, of course. And I hope you're keeping tabs on the US Open. Tennis was somewhere we go to in the summer when the football is a little barren. And this is the final Grand Slam of the summer. So you need the odds to give you an idea first. So we've got this was a 2-1 to 2-2. So this is very competitive from Laszlo Djere against a very strong favourite, Struff. Not necessarily a losing trade because there wasn't a trading outcome. He led 2-1 Struff and he won the first set. So had it been a tiebreaker, that might have been a little different. 1.01, job done for Novak. Hurkacz as well. Thompson, all of the shorties delivering as you'd expect. It's when we don't expect, when we get a dropped first set, that's when we get interested. This one, for example, well, no, 2-0 to 2-1. So that's, don't forget that relationship in the men's game, 2-0 to 2-1. You can often exploit that in certain matches. Lost his first set to Thanasi Kokkinakis, mate. Struff, mate. I thought he was a bit vulnerable. Fellow Greek. Oh, this one's a Greek Aussie, mate. Struff. Where's me strides, mate? Good result for Thanasi Kokkinakis against Stefanos Tsitsipas, mate. an all Greek affair. Fabulous result. Well played. It looks as if was it a retirement? No, he won the first set, a tiebreaker. So possibly, if you fancy Stefanos, you'd have got involved there, looking for a second set win. But really good result. Well, from Tanasi. As you can tell, I'm very tired yesterday. It was a 4 a.m. finish, 4:30 a.m. finish. It does take it out of me. And that's why I'm thinking of returning to European time or UK time. But I'm going to miss the Thai beaches and of course, the beautiful ladies and the Khao Pat Boo and the Bia Singh. So it's a tough one. Another one here, 1.73. This is pretty much even Stevens when it comes to tennis because you've got to create an over around the bookies. So highly likely it's going to be a 5-setter. So the best angle in is at 2-1. Look for a 2-2. So that's the tennis. It's taking a bit of a back seat. I'll see you today, probably starting, well, that's a good start, 5:45. And I was interested to see how readable Italian Serie B was yesterday. More of that, please. You saw the importance of a red card, didn't you, as well? And it was we would have been very, very unlucky yesterday had Bari not equalised. It was a day were this not at 3 or 4 a.m. my time, I'd have been a little more on the ball. As far as laying Sassuolo again. And look at, Mr. Lasagna popping up. Hey, he's everywhere. He's got some layers, Mr. Lasagna. 4 shots on 7 off, 15 block shots, 13 corners. This is what you want to see when you're playing 10 men. And when you are playing 10 men and you get an equaliser, the odds are going to drift markedly. You're going to get a really good odds swing because you'll be compounded by the red card. So we could have got involved late on there as well. And in an ideal world, would have laid Pisa again or Pisa late on because we were expecting a 1-0 for, again, this is down to in-play stats. So if you've got an in-play stats feed, you can discover some of these really solid plays. It did belong to Cittadella based on my in-play stats feed. It looks a little less convincing here with only 4 shots on, 2 off. I'm not sure that we get our stats feed from the same place. But mine, it was all Cittadella all the way through to the bitter end. So a bit disappointed I didn't follow that up and lay Pisa and indeed lay Sassuolo drip laying as we get to the end of the match, given Bari's had a goal disallowed as well. So absolutely emphatic performances, really solid from Salernitana as well. Again, you've got the in-play stats to thank for this. Digging out a really good +1 return. If you stayed in, you'd got about 53 quid to a £40 stake, which for the +1 market is huge. It tells you that the market wasn't that confident. Have a great day today. See you probably from, I would say, 5:45 or 5 o'clock for the Conference League plays. And moving into the 6 o'clocks, I'm not sure I'll be able to do the 8 o'clocks or the 8:30s for you, although those are 2 very solid matches in La Liga in Spain. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Telegram later.